Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome back to another video. For those who are new, I like to make these little videos about things that I enjoy and want to share, usually about film, and usually about horror or some of the old 80s films that I feel are either forgotten or lesser spoken about these days. And occasionally I throw in some other things as well. And also, if you're new here, if you enjoy this video, then please consider subscribing, giving me a little like, and hitting that bell icon to get notifications for when I put up new content, which is usually once or twice a week, though I have been trying to work that up to a few extra ones here and there. So I have been going through a lot of Hammer films this year. As anybody who's returning may remember, earlier this year I went through a set of 20 Hammer films and did a video on each. And after that went through a bunch of the Dracula ones, did all the Dracula films I could get my hands on as well. And now I've been working my way through the Frankenstein films, starring Peter Cushing. So I'd already seen the second film in it, the Revenge of Frankenstein, and last week I did the first film. Now I'm on to film number 3, which is The Evil of Frankenstein from 1964, which again stars Peter Cushing. This one was a bit different. I could tell that they're trying some new things here to keep it a bit fresh. But as far as what this one's actually about, the synopsis is as follows. Upon returning to his home village to continue his experimental research, the destitute Dr. Frankenstein revives his old creature, but a hypnotist wants the monster to control for himself. So, yeah, it is kind of interesting. He's just still trying to continue his work. He's still obsessed with, reanimating dead bodies and dead body parts and then just creating life all on his own in a lab. There's a lot of reasons for this, but unfortunately this was one of the films that just didn't really stand out that much to me. It was very short, only about an hour and 24 minutes, but although the initial setup seemed interesting, then it just seemed to kind of drag. I get through that first 15 to 20 minutes, I feel like we're on our path. They're taking us down this road they want us to go down, but then they just weren't really doing much along the way. It was really losing my interest. It was really hard to kind of stay interested in it, even though it was interesting to see how they were trying to change it up by bringing in this hypnotist. So for one thing, Frankenstein finds this frozen body and is then trying to reanimate it, but because the brain is kind of alive but hasn't really been learning that much yet and is in some cases going kind of berserk, he wants this hypnotist to try to hypnotize the monster to keep him under control. And of course the hypnotist, as it says in the synopsis, wants that control for himself. Ultimately, I didn't really enjoy this one that much. Part of the reason was that not only storytelling wise did it seem to stumble a lot and I was just having a hard time staying interested, but even things like the design of the monster in this one really did not look good compared to the previous two Hammer films, or Frankenstein, or Bride of Frankenstein, or what I recall from Son of Frankenstein. Just something about it seemed like a really cheap mask stuck on somebody's face rather than an actual creature. It just didn't really work for me. Not that it was a terrible movie, it's just that it didn't really pull me in, and I think I finally came up with kind of like a way to describe what I would classify a movie like this, and I would call it a dusting movie or a vacuuming movie. Something where you're doing chores around the house, you could have a movie like this on, kind of casually watching it in the background, but not really sitting and giving it the full attention, because as I gave it full attention, it was a struggle and I was losing interest. So if you really like Frankenstein stuff and you really like Peter Cushing, I guess, go ahead and check this one out in the series. I have yet to see the next one in the series to see if this even links to it in any way, but ultimately this is kind of a skippable entry, and I'm hoping that the next ones in the series are a little bit more entertaining. I was going to wait and try to do 2 or 3 films on one video, but things got kind of crazy this week. As some of you may have caught on, I live in Florida and we had a storm headed right for us. Lucky for us, but unlucky for people down south, it ended up turning west and pretty much saved where I'm at, but we had a really busy week of preparations and planning for what could happen with that storm, but we got through it up here. I'm hoping everybody down south is able to recover from this as quickly as possible. But yeah, so for this week I just want to put up this one quick little video at least while we're working on other things here, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy hopefully checking out some of these Hammer films. It's been great for me. Even with the misses, there were enough hits in them that I've been enjoying going through them, and look forward to the future ones, especially for future Frankenstein ones, since this one didn't really do it for me. But anyways, that's about all that I have for this one. Thanks for checking out this video, and like I said, subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I put up other ones, and I will see you in the next one.